Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Thursday Night Live on May 22nd. Whether you're returning, or whether you've never been here before, I'd like to welcome you. We have fun. I'm going to show you a card that I really like the design and layout of, and designer paper that I used, and hopefully you will take it to heart and make some like it and share with us. So I know you can't share on YouTube, but you certainly can share on my Facebook page. So I'd love to have you join me there. I have a question for you each week, as you can see on the screen. If you could name a cardstock color after yourself, what would it be called? So hop into the comments and let's share and get to know each other as we carry on with what I usually do. My name is Marilyn. I'm with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, as you can see on the screen. And as I said, today is May 22nd, 2025. I want to thank you for making and sharing cards to help make our world a better place. I hope that you are sharing them with your friends, whatever you do make, friends, family, whoever, just because happy mail is always really nice to get, isn't it? I see your comments coming up. Pam, hello, and Gail, good to see you. And as always, I just want to remind you, if you're watching on YouTube, you will only be able to see YouTube comments. If you're watching on Facebook, you can only see those. I can see both, and I will try to spotlight some if I'm answering particular questions on either one of the platforms. Hello, Carmen from Chicago. Welcome. Carmen is my niece, so I'm always happy to see her here and learn what's happening in part of the world. Catherine, Bonnie, good to see all of you. A couple of reminders. There is currently a join special happening with Stampin' Up. You get an extra $85 in product if you join during the month of May. So you're always welcome to join on my team. There's no stipulations. You can join, get your kit, and then just enjoy your discount for the 3 months that you're allowed according to Stampin' Up rules. But if you want to carry on and keep purchasing and whatever, there are a few guidelines there, and just give me a call and we can talk about it. Also coming up is a virtual album retreat. Any of you who are scrapbookers, this is probably right up your alley, something you'd be looking for. It is a 3-day virtual event that will be recorded. It's recorded in a private Facebook group, but I understand that it will be saved and put onto a YouTube channel because of Facebook deleting videos after 30 days, I think it is now. So lots of information there. Purchasing that kit starting on May 28th. And if you purchase the kit, you end up getting the link to the event. And just a reminder of my classes. I have Zoom with friends every Friday at 1 o'clock. Everyone's allowed to join. You just have to contact me so I can put you on the email list, because I do not share that Zoom link publicly. But everybody, I think there's 50, 60 some members in that group right now. Not everybody joins each week, but they all have access to the recording. So it's a great fun time, and we have lots of fun and laughter and share. You wouldn't believe the things that we've learned from each other on there. I can't recall all of them right now, but I know there's ideas like use this for a certain cleaner, do this. It's not just card making on there, friends. We have a lot of fun and we get to know each other really well. Second Thursday of each month, I do 12 months of Christmas card class. And the third Thursday, I do monthly card class. Both of those involve kits. So I do need registrations happening so that I can get the kits out to you. And with the pending mail strike, I'm not sure how that's going to work. We may have to postpone June's class. I'm not sure yet. We'll just have to see what's happening with the mail strike. I understand from what I was watching today on the news that it's probably still going to happen as of midnight Friday night. So just be aware of that. And those of you in my team, I see Sharon and I did see Bonnie on here. I don't have my May swaps sent out yet. I have received a couple of them already, But I will do them and you will get them whenever the mail's working again. So don't despair. And again, we have a really good time on our team sharing and enjoying each other as we craft together. So I see Betty, I see Pam, good to see you. And I'm now going to switch to my desktop. You can see my paper I'm going to use, and I'm just going to look. Yes, thank you for answering the question. I see Stacy is a sassy strawberry color. I like that one. Mine would be probably Marilyn's mocha. Carmen's is going to be Carmen, a purple flower color. Okay. Um, yeah, so please continuing answering that question. And oh, I wanted to share one other thing before I forget about it again. Last week, winner of the card, which is this one, is Carol W. from, I believe it was New Brunswick, Carol. You were on YouTube, so if you can message me your address, I'll get that in the mail to you as soon as possible. Thanks for taking part in that. Put that question back up. And now, oh, go back to the comments so I can see what you guys are saying. Good to see you. Okay, this is the paper I'm going to use. It is called Woven Textures, 12 by 12. It is number 165560 in the online exclusives, as far as I know. And I've got a couple cards that I've made already, and I'm going to make one with you tonight to show you the measurements and everything. But it's called a Z fold, which is our usual Z, but it's a pop-up, and you can see the pop-up piece in here. So it folds flat to mail, and it pops up. I just thought it was really a cute idea. Bonnie's helping Carmen with going to be, whoops, wrong button. You're welcome, Pam. You got my card. Purple pansies. That's a good one. You'll notice in some of the names that we've come up with there that we're using, like Marilyn's mocha, purple pansies, what was yours, Stacy? Strawberry. Maybe I can find it. Sassy Strawberry. Stampin' Up, and then we're all Stampin' Up people there, and Ina's is Icy Ivory. We Stampin' Up does with their colors, they have the alliteration like that. You'll notice it's Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, Pool Party. So that's kind of where we're coming up, Blackberry Bliss. So that's probably why those of us who are demonstrators, Betty Blue, I like that one too. Good job, Betty. That, yes, and Carmen likes that one. Bonnie, so thanks for your help there. Okay, so the one I'm going to make today is a little bit lighter. This one I made, don't know, what can I use to point it out? I did put a very thin border around this one. The one I'm going to do tonight is not. This, I was pleased that I got it straight, but I'll give you a little tip on that one because where it is. When I went to stamp it, it's from Textured Notes, and that's where the dies are from. All of these wonderful rectangles. I stamped it. No, I cut it out. And then I stamped it. And when I put my stamp on, I had it straight, but it stamped crooked. And I thought, okay, how am I going to fix this? So to fix it on this one and this one, I stamped first and then I laid my die around it so I could straighten it. The other thing you can do is obviously try it on scrap paper, but if you realize that it's not quite lined up right, well, it's not that I don't have it lined up right on my block, it's just not the same on the stamp as it shows here. So you have to adjust it just by turning it a little bit. So if I was to just do that now on this, yeah, you can see I don't want to stamp on my, because it probably won't work. instead of stamping it straight like that, I'm going to turn it just a little bit, and it's pretty lined up. So it's just a matter of working with your stamps. You can't do anything about this one being that way on the block or on the stamp itself. So that's just a little tidbit for what I did there. So quite quick and easy again. I will show you. I'm starting with 11 by 4 1/4. It's scored in half and in half again. And this card, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, I found on Tammy White's website. So a Z card, that's normally what it is you fold it in half and then you fold it kind of back on itself again. And that's going to be our Z. Okay. Then I have my basic, no, my larger piece of DSP, which is 5 1/4 by 4. That is going to go on here. I have two pieces that are 4 by 2 1/2, which will go on here. And then I have my pop-up mechanism, and I'll get into that after. I'm going to, first of all, attach these so I don't lose them. And let me know in the comments. Yes, Catherine, Catherine's talking about the stamp here. Sometimes they just end up crooked on the cling stamps. They do. It's much easier on the photopolymer ones that you can see where you're stamping for sure. Pinkish Pam. And Betty's comment, yes, use a Stamparatus. That's not cheating, Betty. That's using your tools, and that's always a good thing. So, oh, Bonnie's going to check her stamp now. Totally by accident that I found mine wasn't straight. So, yes, check your stamps. Usually good to have a piece of grid paper or something there to try it to begin with. So on this one, you can see that's pattern on that side, which is what I used here, but I'm going to use this more weaved, I'm going to call it a weaving pattern on this side. And you could put different colors. You could put a plain piece here if you wanted. And you could put a mat behind it like I did on that one. But just remember, again, as we're talking Canada Post, for those of us in Canada, that every little bit of weight that we add to our cards might cause us to pay more for postage. Unless you're going to be hand delivering the card. So there are my pieces. What I like to do with mine is something like this after I've attached them. Because if I rub on the other side, chances are pretty good my finger moisture is going to be there and may cause issues at some point, or I may cause the paper to slip, like especially using the liquid glue. It sometimes doesn't stick as fast as I'd like it to. So then for the pop-up mechanism, it's 5 by 1 1/2, and it's scored at 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in effect, when I fold on all of those, it's going to end up being a box. Hi, Judy. You're not late. Glad you're here. What color is my cardstock? This cardstock is one of the grays out of here. It is gray granite, Sharon. And on here, what I used for the background, and I've used for this as well, is the basic beige that we now have. Oh, that's great news, Betty. you've got your paper pumpkin again. Super, super. Those kits are getting better and better, and to have them delivered, especially in your part of town, Betty, because post office doesn't often deliver there, and I'd like them to. So that's my my little pop-up mechanism. I'm going to glue it together just by, and you could use your tear and tape. Yeah, you could use tear and tape, or you could use seal. Try not to get my fingers in it is what I'm. So I'm going to flatten it like that, and then I'm going to put glue to clean my knot. I've got glue on there. I'm going to put glue on two sides, put one of them down, the other one there, and just close this to get it in the center and get it working. Love paper pumpkin, just need to use them. Yes. What I'm finding people are saying, I don't get paper pumpkin, partly because I did a few times and I ended up not completing them either. But I do have some kits here. I find people, especially this time of year, they're going to end up taking them for the weekend, for camping, whatever, and they're easy to take with you because everything's included in the kits. So you can see I've got glue there and glue there. I'm going to line it up in the center this way and just up to that fold and close it, hold it. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Kathleen. Kathleen is here on YouTube. Welcome. Question is, if you had a color cardstock named after you, what would it be called? Love some of the answers. Love all the answers, actually, not just some of them. And there is our pop-up mechanism for the center of the card. So then I've used the two, this one and this one. You can see the designs there and there. So they're one right after the other, so they will fit nicely from the textured notes dies. And they will end up going, one will go in here and one will go on the front. But before I do that, I am going to do some stamping and try to get it straight. And ta-da! I think that worked. And on the other one, I'm going to stamp the tree bark, maybe. I like with a bigger stamp like that, I like to ink it like that. And you can see here what I was doing. I'm just going to stamp off the edge of it to give it some definition. Is that cardstock after me? I'll get to that in a minute, Judy. I'll answer Bonnie's question. Is that die 3 and 4 from the smallest? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, it is. Bonnie. Judy's cardstock name is Hey Jude. Oh dear. Sorry, Betty. She was 98, 6 months. 98 years and 6 months. She was your second mom. Always a hard thing, no matter how old they are, Betty, right? My heart goes out to you. So that piece is what I'm going to put on the inside piece. I am going to close the ink because my kind of luck, I would stick my fingers in it. I did use the darker ink on there. I tried the same as the cardstock and it did not show up to my liking. So I'm going to adhere these pieces to their background piece. And We're having beautiful sunshine here in Spruce Grove tonight. We did have rain this morning. We've had rain for the last 2 or 3 days. So everything is really starting to look green. I love that one too, Kathleen. Kathleen Kelly Green. You guys are great. Some awesome, awesome colors for your cardstock. Crazy color. Catherine, that was a good one too. So yeah, keep having fun with it. And just because you can't see it, Betty, on YouTube, Bonnie is saying she's sorry to hear about your aunt. I love how we can all feel welcome enough to share things like that with each other and know that it will be taken in the spirit it was intended. So before I put those together, what I did also, sorry, I'm busy trying to read as well as comment. My friend Faye is not feeling great, so she hasn't been able to join us for a couple of weeks, but she'll be back, I'm sure. I'm going to put some ribbon around the edge, just like this. And as I was doing these, I thought, they could certainly be masculine cards. They could be sympathy cards. Just change up this greeting to whatever. Rain almost every day. Next week, they're going to be the same thing. We're lucky. Here, we just watched the news, and they're forecasting 29 on Wednesday for our temperature. So I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive there so that I can wrap my twine. It's not twine, it's ribbon. Wrap my ribbon around. And what's really neat about doing it this way is that if I decide like that, it's in the way, I can move it. It's not stuck permanently yet. It will be when I'm done with it. So move it over a little bit, wrap it around, stick it there. Took way too much, cut it off. And then for the faux bow, as it's called, all you do is take a piece of the ribbon. Oops, I'll need that again in a minute. And tuck it under there and tie a knot. You don't have to be able to tie a bow, as I know some people. And what I like about this bow is you can tie it and you can slide it up and down. On this one, it's not quite as big a deal, but if you're putting it on a long area, it's nice to be able to move it to where you want it. And then I'm going to, sure, I'm glad I kept those scissors, those ribbon scissors from Stampin' Up from a long time ago. And there is my focal piece here. My ribbon holder. We did these, talked about these in our Zoom with Friends class, in some of my card classes, and I think we've shown it on here too. But if you want to know about doing that, let me know. This is the ribbon I used on the black one. It is, what is it called? Just ribbon. Look at that. 1/4-inch ribbon, but it is white. So it works well on that. Just a different size hole for it coming out there. So to do this, I'm going to glue this on here first. So I'm just going to take this and again, can you see what I'm doing? I'm lining it up just about to the edge. I don't want anything to be binding as far as not folding down. So, and hopefully it will be straight. Hold it for just a few seconds. Yes, Catherine, I don't remember a number of us, I think Pam, you were one of the first ones that had seen it online. The first lady that did it, but there were quite a few of us that have shared it, and it does keep my ribbons tidy, which is a must for me. So then for this piece, I want it to match perfectly here. So I'm going to lay it down there. I'm going to pick it up here because I don't want my glue to go any farther. And I'm just, once again, using my liquid glue on that area. Then I'm going to, again, line up this end and hold it down. And there is our pop-up Z-fold. The only thing left to do is put on some embellishments. And on this card, this paper, I really like these basic gray and smoky slate pearls. On this particular one, I used the natural matte dots and just used one large and two smaller. And that's what I'm going to do on this one again. I like to use my take your pick tool, use the pointed end, and it looks like I used two different colors on it. I'm going to use this color, just kind of out here. And then, there is only one color here. They are very pretty. So whoever gets this one next week. So, Carol, I haven't seen you on here on YouTube tonight yet, but maybe you will be catching the replay. If you are, be sure and send me your mailing address. Please and thank you, because you did win last week's card. And I do draw usually on the Thursday morning or afternoon of the next week to find a winner for that. So that's my card to share with you tonight. And I don't know if you have a favorite, one with the layer behind, one without, or the black. I'll try and get them all in the camera. Let me know. And then I have one other card to share with you that Pam taught us in our Zoom with friends on Friday last week. It looked really complicated, and I thought, oh boy, how am I going to do this? But I did it, and it she says, turns out I'm loving this paper. Never thought I would. Yeah, to me, it's definitely a masculine type of paper. But even this, I can see, just about anybody liking it. So the card I want to show you that Pam taught us, I'll just move these out of the way, is this one. And it looks really, pardon me, really complicated, but she did such an awesome job with getting us to cut and where we placed it and everything. And then the inside has an angle piece as well. So again, thank you, Pam, for doing that. I haven't made any more, but I trust some of you have already, and that you will be sharing them on my Facebook page. So, oh my goodness, it's be time to go. Thank you all, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye now.